Abu Muhammad makes a living selling whatever he can find. He was once a farmer and owned his own land. Now, he is among the millions of Syrians displaced by the war and are unable to survive without assistance.
I'm not ashamed to say this. There are days when I'm able to provide food for my family, and there are other days when I'm not able to do that. The other day, I had to take 2 of my children to the hospital because they didn't have enough food to eat.
Abu Muhammad lives in East Ghouta, an opposition-controlled area that has been besieged by government forces for years. The siege has been tightened even more recently. Food supplies are scarce, and shortages have sent prices soaring. At least 400,000 people live in East Ghouta, on the outskirts of the capital. The United Nations has been demanding unhindered access and warns that many of Syrians there face severe problems in getting enough to eat.
The aid that reaches us is not enough, especially for someone like me. I have to take care of 7 children and my wife.
East Ghouta is not only under siege, it remains a war zone, even though a Russian-guaranteed de-escalation deal was supposed to silence the guns and allow aid in.
The airstrikes were targeting our school. They told us to grab our things and run home. As soon as we got out of the building, we were bombarded. Bombs were landing here and there, and then we had to hide.
MAZEN's mother, Mohammed, fears for her children. She is also afraid that her family could face further displacement. The government has been using what is known as the surrender or starve strategy, and it is applying it in East Ghouta.
If given the choice to leave or stay and live under the regime's rule, I will choose to leave. I don't trust them. They will eventually kill us. They oppressed us. They starved us. They killed our children.
Rebels in East Ghouta refuse to surrender, but government pressure is growing. Already hundreds of thousands of Syrians have been bussed out of their towns and villages and taken to the rebel-controlled province of Idlib in the north. The Syrian government calls them reconciliation agreements. For the opposition, those deals are forced settlements.
I don't think those who are forced to go to Idlib will ever return to their homes. This is forced displacement. Who knows who they will give our country to?
It's been almost 8 years since government forces began to crush popular dissent. From a position of strength, the Assad leadership is imposing its own peace. But it is a peace that is unacceptable to many Syrians who now fear not having a place in their own country. Zeina Khodr, Al Jazeera, Beirut.